But
Let's draw some stuff. Yeah. Nice. Yep. Yep. Keeping on with that.
That's right.
this is actually for my show, My Baby Zavis. So, getting ready.
Doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Surviving.
Making some headway in this storyboard. Right, seeing all the jokes, all the bits coming to life.
All the bits. Putting on the bits.
Super duper.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, I'm looking.
Surprise yourself.
Yeah, I see you flipping through all the.
I've been waiting
thumbs.
for this moment for all my life.
Hold on.
So good. Yeah. I'm getting lots of those.
It's that time of year, which is all the time, all year. There's got to be a problem with my account because I don't have one.
Oh yeah, I think that did happen to me when I was in Canada too. They were like, you know, you owe money to the government, and I'm like, I'm not a citizen of Canada.
Yeah. Come on.
You might? I don't know. We're here to check. Better safe than sorry. Haha. The scam must go on. Loose point.
Molly, yeah, Molly is showing off the all the new additions to the dungeon that they've added, and she's very excited about showing off these doors. Cause
Adorable.
Yeah.
Ha ha! Ha ha! The pawns!
They've tweaked the hinges to make them like sound horrifying and ear grating when you open them. There's like a plus. It's incredibly eerie and like soul shattering when you hear the sound of the hinges creak.
But it's also like a security system.
Yeah, you'll know that they're there. Yeah. Good to know.
We've set these hinges to alert level. What's that? She touches the door and it just falls and it makes this giant. Oh, you should make a Lord of the Rings reference where there's like a bucket by a well.
Yes. This is our alarm system.
A classic!
If anyone touches this bucket, it'll knock over and hit every floor in the whole time.
If you want our upgraded one, we have chimes at every level, so it actually makes a nice ringtone. Da 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 da.
Ooh, yeah.
Also available in minor. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun.
It's like Symphony. We have anything from Symphony of the Night to Phantom of the Opera available. Download on like Dungeon Tunes or like D-Tunes.
Yeah, Jesus. Got this guy, all his fancy opera organs. Oh, yeah, there's this bit here that I have waiting for the screen to catch up with, like the Lich looking up at the looming walls, and it's like it's so uninviting, and he's like, I love it.
Love it.
While waiting for the screen to catch up, and he's like raises his hands. Fury.
In righteous fury. Or not righteous. What would it be? It would be unrighteous fury.
Unrighteous furry.
Furry.
Oh, yeah.
That's not safe.
For work.
Some people, I guess. I mean, I'm a big fan of the articulated masks. It's crazy.
I would think furry was a
Yes,
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So which character are you drawing, Mike?
So this is RT's. This is from another, like, something I've been working on since I was 14. It's like a sci-fi fantasy thing, but he is the brother of the main character who gets possessed by, like, my take on a vampire. And I needed something, like, to entice him with, and I was like, well, I also pictured him always with, like, this really cool arm. But then I was like, wait a minute, I've only ever pictured him with one arm. And I was like, let's play with that idea.
Is he only gonna or how you continue?
He's only he's only gonna have one arm, and then the race that they are is called the Gende, and they there's magic, but they do polymorph magic, so they can transform their limbs, like bodies, heart, and stuff like that. So you have this base form, and then, like, I'm playing with the powered up form here, which is, you know, I feel pretty happy with it. I really liked how the black ended up looking on his arms. Yeah. Yeah, so that's not naturally what they look like when they power up or use magic. Usually it's like, you know, like a beast, like fur or like a claw or something like that, right? Like in this picture where he's side by side with his brother. But because of the vampire, vampires don't suck blood in my universe. They suck dark matter. Dark matter is what staples the soul to the body, and so when they need that dark matter to sustain themselves, but end up killing people by feeding off of it. So I'm just kind of like refining, like, what size line art do I want? I was like watching She-Ra, and I was like, why don't we try with the minimal shading and leave it up to the lighting to do it and see what that looks like, you know? So,
You know what you mean. A lot of times when I'm doing like character designs and concepts, I often like end up having a layer of shade, but then I think about, like, in actual production, like, I don't want someone to have to shade all these frames.
that and, like, when you don't, like, it's just so much extra work. I feel like if you add lighting on top of all those shades,
Yeah.
because you could color swatch, you know, it will swap a lot for those shades, but, you know, if it's drastically different, like they're in this sci-fi place and it's like, you know, jarring yellows and oranges and blues and greens, it gets kind of complicated to keep track of all of that, unless you've got 3D.
Yeah. It's just usually have to, like, keep track of, like, where all the pieces are, and if you're using a rig, and I guess if you're using just a flat cell drawing, it's still, like, a lot of just, like, extra detail to keep track of.
Yeah. That, and I was playing with my outlines too, and seeing if I want, like, but all of my outlines now are colored toward whatever object they are, and they just work really well. Usually I don't do outlines at all. I just do inlines, but I see the importance of outlines. I like it. Edit gal.
And you got that tussle going on.
Yeah,
Reaching for that cane.
that's right. He's just about got him. When all of a sudden, there's JFK to pick him up.
Fire Nation attack. Oh.
That would be cool. But no. Yep.
It's been rainy. Like, it's just. Oh.
Yesterday we had like, it was super sunny, and then we had a thunderstorm for about an hour and a half, and then it was sunny again.
Whoa.
Like it was like very like super like thundery, lightningy like powers going out. And then,
Very,
like,
very frightening.
Yeah, yeah. and then yeah, another hot one today. As is
Are
normal
you-
for June, I guess.
Where are you at? Atlanta? Are you-
Yeah, yeah. Got that humid summer weather.
Yeah.
Southern summer weather, yeah.
We had the coldest June 1st on record here the other day.
The coldest?
Yeah. It really hasn't been that cold on a June 1st in over 40 years. Yeah. I'd rather it be a little chilly
Oh, yeah.
than too hot.
Getting pretty chilly. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Got the burrs. Big case of the burrs over here.
The burrs.
The burrs. The burrs.
Ooh, that's
Winnebago.
Yes, yes, Winnebago.
Win one. One bagel. Bagel. Yes. Yes.
That's so
I'm
good.
already there. I'm already there.
Nice.
I cracked myself up. But is it right there?
Magic.
There's nothing magic about that man.
I know. Oh, you're the assets, that's why.
Biatches. Bagel. It's bagel. It's bagel time. You made it.
Bagel.
Yerks. Was that from Animorphs? Yerks?
Oh yeah, that
Is
was
that
the
what the worms
slugs.
are called? Yeah.
Yeah, they were the like the slug things that got in your ears and just...
I accidentally a nostalgia.
Aha.
I'm telling you, no. Who's the program here, Jeff? It's my house. Everyone likes to stream. Mainly Jeff is the one that does all the talking. As you can see. Thanks for coming in today, guys. Please let Jeff know how his mic was this entire stream. How clearly? White? All quiet on the northern front. Man, I can say that about a lot of things right now. Oops.
Show that
Today.
software who's boss. Yeah.
Flipperuno. Areno. Aruno? Aruno.
figure out how to set up this scene, this shot of him opening the door. Which I think I'm gonna do with start with a very low angle of him approaching the door, I guess.
Shut do keep out the do.
Yes. Oh yes, yeah. This will be the witch. I think I may have, for continuity's sake, like start with Molly in frame, kind of moving out screen left as he like kind of sloops in, and it'll reach out his hand, and we'll see him like grabbing the doorknob. It'll slowly creak it, and it'll just be like this horrible, horrible sound. Which I guess I have to do all the sounds.
Just a horrible sound.
Just audio notes, horrible sound.
Horrible sound. There's nothing covering it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Dude, low poly is in right now.
Yeah,
That's what you went with. Okay. All right.
He was in Midnight Gospel.
Really?
Midnight Gospel.
He was this on the fantasy episode. He was this evil prince. He was like, "Your lover is mine, Trudy."
Trudy. Okay, yeah, I know who that is now.
Yeah.
With the butt stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I fed him to the demon in my booty.
Wow.
Trudy. Oh
Oh,
man.
it was a good episode.
Doesn't he just like ride up and be like, "Hit, bitch," and then just kicks her off the cliff?
Yeah, I think so.
It's like there's no reason at all. It's just all of a sudden. Yeah. Which one? Long hair? Long hair, or short hair? Yeah. He's the main character of this.
Ooh, 17. Ooh, let's see. Let me. How dost thou?
No,
do
Jeff.
this?
No, I don't.
Let's see. Oh,
There's so many things.
Ooh. Yeah. Look, once the stream is behind, but yeah, ooh, this is interesting. Oh yeah, I bet. To figure these settings out.
Oh my god, I want these brushes.
Wait, I think the screen's
Ah,
catching up. You can see me like scrolling around. Yeah. Huh.
Dude, have you, any of you gotten any art brushes from ArtStation? Some of these are really, like these ink brushes are,
No, I haven't.
I may wait till after the stream to start messing around with it, but for now, like, yeah, but I'll have to check it out because that seems pretty cool. Like,
Oh, it's so
yeah, yeah.
it's neat too because you can draw, like, say you draw a facade or a concrete building, and then apply it to the terrain to create it into the space. You can actually build buildings and architecture out of two flat images and fit into the space and then, like, okay, here's one wall, two walls, a whole lot, and then, you know, when you build it, you know, little hands on it.
Nice.
2, roll 3, 4.
Mm. Huh.
Nito Colito.
Kaliko.
Lyoko. There's a bunch of
Yeah, yeah. Big old heads.
big ol' heads. I was like, is this some sort of French anime? I
I mean, basically.
can't remember what it. I think it might have been American. I'm not sure. How does that work?
Huh. Interesting.
Isn't there like Dofus was like a
Oh yeah, yeah.
was
There
it
was
was it was it Dofus? I can't remember what it was called. There was
Yeah,
like a French
I know what you
anime.
mean. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I think the same. Is it the same people as who did the wax food?
Yeah,
Similar-
yeah, it's
similar
literally
looking.
yeah, it was almost like a remake of the same game, I believe. And then it got also an animation. Or maybe it was an animation first. I don't know. I don't know these things. I'm not paid enough to know these things. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I saw it yesterday.
But you are crazy. Yeah.
All I remember is that it was a French cartoon. From the 80s, yeah.
Or is it 80s style? Because Dodo Hiduro is like bringing it back.
Like you and
Not
me.
like a
or-
C-Lab 2021 type deal where they redub it. It's a French guy who's redub it. Well, you have to be pretty mature to accept science.
And I mean, you know.
Except science is different.
I mean, like the French too, also, you know, tend to have more
Yeah.
different standards.
It's a very direct language, French.
Weird.
That's how those things do. On forever. Forever, forever, ever, forever, ever. This was a mistake!
Watching this, yoink.
Science for Christians. It was a mistake! Retreat! Just copy and paste. Why did I do it? It's a pretty chill day, dude. It's a pretty chill day. Actually, none of it's chill right now.
Good thing there's music.
Music. And tell you what.
Wood.
What did you?
What do you tell? What? Oh, you're.
Oh, Lord. The days of Lord.
The perspective of the shot's so hard because the Lich is like super, like upside down triangle shaped. So, like trying to like force, make him look.
Perspective on it.
Yeah, perspective on it like doesn't work. It's fighting against me.
What about almost inverting his shape and seeing if that actually works? I know, but like for perspective wise, like maybe that.
Something very small. Here is that.
Yeah, it all depends on how depth,
How deep do you want this to be? Scale 1 to deep.
Man, it's like so deep, man.
Like Muwa deep.
My name is a killing word.
Muwa deep. I really am interested to see. I actually like the costume designs that they brought.
Oh, the new dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked for it actually. I rewatched the original. I remember watching this game and going away, but watching it again as an adult, I'm like, this movie's weird.
Yeah, David Lynch likes to do his own thing. All the whispering. That whole movie's in whispers.
Yeah. That weird psychotic dude with the Bowie hair.
Oh yeah. Was Sting, right?
Was it actually scary?
It was
Yeah.
fucking Sting. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. How wooed.
You watched the psychedelics documentary on the YouTube.
Oh, how was that?
It was really good.
How else do you learn that many instruments?
Right? No, it is actually look at it from both microphone and creative point of view. You think about it, obviously. Influence some of the most greatest artists.
Microdosing on shrooms? No.
There was no such thing as microdosing.
Dosing?
Yeah.
You sufficiently dosed, bro? Oh, I'm sufficiently dosed.
I can't get any music to see. Oh, well, so that might really go and out now. Okay, I'm going to check raw right now. Keep talking.
Okay, like we were doing.
Yeah.
Talky talk, McTalkerton.
Yeah, wow, my audio's terrible.
Aw.
Well, don't take it personal. Okay, do take it personal.
Hmm.
Which is weird, because it wasn't terrible when we started.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it says the music is playing. Rats. There's always something to work out.
It's a process.
Everything is a
Yep.
process.
It's about the process.
It's a process.
Yeah, it said it was from YM2.
Hmm.
I still can't remember what I was going to tell you, Jeff. I thought about it all week. What the fuck was it? What are you talking about? I'm being picked up.
Okay, I'm gonna stop and restart my stream here.
Okay.
Oh, that's how I had the head. Okay. So
I think I'm hearing myself pretty mad.
I wonder. Could be, even though he's in another room with the door closed. Does project pretty well.
there might be something wrong with your blue mic. Oh, is it my fault? I see.
That's what
Oh,
we're saying. Yeah.
I see. I see how this is going. Alright.
All right.
Aw.
Okey-dokey.
Jeff will be back after these messages. Fuck!
Are you tired of your current car insurance? Did you know you could save 20% or more by
Switching to
not
Geico.
having car insurance?
Yeah, really. Just don't have car insurance.
It may be
Don't
against
go
the-
out.
It may be against the law, but.
But what is it at this point?
Golgoth will just slide up. He doesn't take steps, he just slides.
What's his name?
Skullgoth.
Skullgoth?
Nice.
Oh my god. What is this? Is this the sequel to Soul Eater?
No, yeah, it's very, yeah, he's very much like that kind of Grim Reaper type of character.
I love
Well-
the English voice actor for that particular character. though.
I can't remember how he sounded. Was he kind of like this almost, talking like?
Yeah,
"Ugh."
yeah, like a wise old man.
Yeah.
And he's the
his-
Grim Reaper.
and then his giant hands would chop you in the head.
Yeah, exactly.
Bonk. The 180 rule.
Yeah.
Good luck, bud.
Something I struggle with too.
Yeah, sometimes I end up catching myself. I'm like, oh wait a minute, what? Oh, they shouldn't be facing. this way. Whoops.
I couldn't hear you, Ned. Did you say something?
No, I think you might have been hearing Jeff in the background.
Oh. Well, now I can hear Jeff, though.
Yeah.
Haha.
Still trying to get things working. Blame it on the full moon.
Blame it on the ABCs. That's how that goes, right?
Yeah. Something like that.
Robot heads.
Robot heads. Are you making some robot heads?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just having fun with shapes.
What are them robots doing?
They are there's a technologically advanced race on my planet that has robots as their emissaries. They don't actually go out themselves. It's kind of like a commentary about drones and stuff like that. So just designing like maybe the helmet design is a denotation of rank. I don't know. I really like Star Wars for that one thing, like paying attention to the shoulder guards or like the differentials of the helmets and stuff like that. It's pretty cool. Always good.
Well, Mom's on the stream.
They used a lot of Spartan
Yeah.
stuff though.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, Travis's mom.
Mama.
Seeing and feeling some cool art energy. Well, we're trying to bring cool art energy. Best
Well,
we can.
mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hope you're having a good day, Mom.
Just coming in to say the house is on fire. Oh. No, I got insurance. It's a good day. Oh man.
Try testing on that mic sound setting.
This is a standard build.
Okay, I think that's better.
For standard build and shipping.
Alright, I'm back. Okay, I think I got it working now.
Yeah?
Yeah, awesome.
Took forever.
But you got it! Haha!
Oh, Mom's wanting to, is asking Natalie, sharing the premise of Unicorn Dick.
Ah, yes. Well, so complicated. Jeff actually would be better at explaining it than me at this point.
Yeah, okay, give me that.
I'll give this one to you, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff.
I mean, I did write it. Yeah, so the premise for Unicorn Detective Agency, currently working title Unicorn Dick, it's kind of like a candy-coated adult version of Adventure Time. So we're trying to meet that cute, adorable world about this unicorn detective trying to seek out what happened to his mother after she went missing years ago with this weird candy-coated world where it's like a big flashy city run by the candies who control the flow of sugar, and they're kind of like destroying the world, kind of like a satire on our current world of, you know, the rich versus the poor. And then that gap divides them between Rainbowopolis, the big city, into Mythigan, which are like the suburbs, and then under the city there's a big underground cavern system called the Underbelly, where the most poor and the most depraved are. So it's kind of like this whole adventure in this weird world following Flynn while he's trying to find his mother with his team.
And you looked his mom right in the eyes.
That's right.
Eye contact while streaming is important.
Ah, it's because most of the time I'm staring at my screen over here or the screen over here, so I gotta make sure I always pay attention over here.
Why are you looking away when you're talking to me, Jeff? You got something to hide?
Yeah, I guess that's hard for all of us staring down at our screens.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Take the time to looking at the camera.
That's why I really considered making a puppet. I was like, that way it'll always be looking at the screen.
Puppet.
One more moving part, though.
I know. But I was having fun making those rigs. Once you get used to it, you can pump it out pretty fast.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, I'm gonna do a double check on the audio there. I think the music should be working now too. If anyone,
Nice.
if anyone's having any issues hearing us, just let us know in the chat.
Get an
Yeah,
F in the
music
chat,
is
please.
working. Nice. Everything is working.
Everything is working!
least we're only 1 hour into the stream and now things are working properly. You know.
It's how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of which, we're at our 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna do a quick little breakdown.
Are
here
you
of who-
serious?
Yeah. we're
Holy
close to-
crap!
Look at that. Yeah. So this is for everybody who is watching or everybody who may watch this later. We are Twitch Pixel Studios, founded by myself, Jeff Salmon, with Natalie Harvey. We've been trying to do this for a while, doing our own thing, making our own cartoons, and we're here to make those cartoons and ideas live with you guys. We're also here with Travis Fowler and Mike Free, who are also developing their own ideas and helping us on our shows. And together we're just trying to do something unique and different, where the artists and the animators are just as profound and well known as the people who voice act the characters in the show, for instance, so the directors and producers, the showrunners, because we feel like they do a lot of the work that goes into these shows, and we feel like they deserve some of the credit, so we're trying to do something a little different. Feel free to hop and chat and talk to us about animation, art, pop culture, nerdy stuff, anything you want. And make sure you follow Twitch Pixel Studios around the web, as well as our individual artists, because again, it's all about them and bringing them to the world and showing them what they can do and showing off their art. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and let's get back to drawing the stuff that we're here to draw.
Yay!
Woo!
Arting!
Is that the robot character you're working on there, Mike? Or
Yeah. So this, it's for the show. But it's actually it's a robot. How to say it? It's not the real dude behind the wheel. It's just the suit that you see.
Ah.
yeah,
I
I see
did-
what you're saying.
A
Like
I
a
did these
drone.
things on. Yeah, really, yeah, like an emissary type thing. So basically, I'm making like the big bad, and I wanted to like bring some samurai feel into it, just for funsies, because I love the samurais and the headdress, like just
Yeah.
the amount of detail that is on the helmets. Usually, like always representing like the sun or like big demon things.
So you're going Aztec on us.
Aztec, because it's a robot. I'll see myself.
Mom's wanting to know if you were referring to a Chucky puppet earlier when you mentioned making a puppet.
So,
Oh, not a real puppet, no.
so kind of, it's a digital puppet. It like live reads your face, and you can use that instead of a camera, so you can play this character live. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool because it's got the facial tracking in Adobe Character Animator. So basically, it tracks your eyes, your face, your eyebrows, even a bit of a head turn, so you can actually have the character's head turn a little bit. And
Yep.
it's all captured live, so you can actually replace us on camera here in the stream with an animated version of us or whatever character we want, and they can be live talking as we talk. It's really neat.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about.
So much like Chucky, it is a puppet that can house a living human inside.
Yes. But the murder takes place off screen here.
Fewer stabbings.
You know, we wouldn't want to like, incriminate ourselves.
I'm glad that was clarified because I was actually thinking of a real puppet, like a sock puppet.
I mean, I have those too.
It's quite a talented ventriloquist, actually.
And just wait for the lag to happen. And how did you say that? You weren't moving on my screen. I could actually make this guy into a puppet just to show. I wouldn't take that.
You have a puppet made already, didn't you? I thought you had one.
Oh, I have several. Yeah, I have Cthulhu. I made Ghost from Call of Duty. Yeah, it's super fun to do those. Especially when you get like invigorated when you start seeing them come live, and then they do it better than you expected. Like it works better. Yeah, it's good
Jerks.
stuff.
Nice.
Wow, how cool. Although seeing a Chucky sitting on your shoulder, Mike, does have a wonderful creepy appeal. I like it. Just make your entire background behind you just a bunch of creepy mannequin dolls.
What? And I'll just be like, what dolls? I don't know what you're talking about.
Slowly creeping up behind you.
You guys okay?
You could have like somebody,
It moves. Like I'll have like it
someone
animated.
off screen, just moving them a little close, or like pull like the what is it? The
It just
angels from
blinks.
Doctor Who. Every time that
yeah.
every time that they look back at the screen, they're just a bit closer to you. The
Wish.
weeping angels. That's what.
Please, prospective gods, help
Yeah.
me!
You can't change it after you've made the guide and have the lines on the follow. I thought you could. Maybe in your version, maybe I should, because I'm 16 or 17.
Yeah, could be. But yeah, it's like it's true though. I do have the latest version. I really need to learn some of the cool new features.
Yeah.
Let's see. Love the unicorn detective idea, especially since he is looking for his or her mom, right?
Yeah, and it is a he, but there is also a llama named Dirk Bentley, and that is a she. He's also joined by his forensic scientist, a candy corn guy named Cornhole, and their housefly roommate that lives in their plant called Flick. So essentially, yeah, it's kind of like an adventure romp story, but the real, you're right, the real thing is him searching for his mom, who's this like prolific unicorn that went missing years ago. He went through the whole like, what was it, the child care system, and he was basically raised on the streets at that point. And so there's a lot of hard pain he has to sort through as well around surrounding his mother and his family. So kind of something a little unique. Although they're adorable and cute, it's still for mature audiences, telling a mature story with mature humor.
Quite.
What it means by that is he likes to slip in a lot of poop jokes.
You can do that in kids or adult shows. Look at Rick and
is
Morty.
Oh
Let's see,
god,
is
the
my
Bud
character
Planet.
a nice one or an evil one? Yeah, this the character I'm currently drawing right now is not very nice. No, he's a lich, so he's a big old magical skeleton man. Granted, like
Nice
I guess,
lich.
yeah. But I guess granted he's also like the client that Molly is working for. But I guess all in all, he's probably not the best person.
Yeah, I think your world's kind of unique in that respect, though, too, because you're seeing all these weird creatures and everything in their
From their
kinda
perspective.
day-to-day, yeah, from their
Yeah.
perspective in their day-to-day life, you know. So it's a bit more gray area. I think you get to play with there because of it.
Yeah, kind of juggling that kind of weird thing of working for people who aren't.
Are they
very good.
just evil or are they evil?
Oh yes. It's just live backwards.
God
That's
damn it,
right.
Travis.
What, Mike? Sniffing Fruit Loops? Couldn't quite understand what you said. I don't know. If he's sniffing Fruit Loops, I mean...
When did I... What? What? What?
I guess you cut out the last thing you said.
Maybe.
It sounded like sniffing Fruit Loops.
You know what? That's what I said. Stick to it.
Stick to it. It's all the rage. We stepped away from Tide Pods and we're on to snorting Fruit Loops now.
And you have a bunch of
No.
Fruit Loops, and you like bunch them up or crunch them up with credit cards and into a line.
Oh, God, Fruity! Oh, yeah! I can take on the world now!
Be sure to snort them with an eco-friendly reusable straw.
Oh, yeah.
Or use one of those cereal straws like that's made out of Fruit Loops.
That's right. They
My
have those.
God.
Double the
What?
fun.
They have those?
Yep, don't ask.
Wow.
Don't ask, don't tell.
I was just thinking.
What stays in what happens in live stream stays in live stream for the world.
For everyone to see. This was a horrible idea.
Fuck it, we're doing it live.
Is there any other way to do it?
Not live? I think that's the opposite.
But that's not the way.
Let me look at my stream script. Oh, there's the part where we're supposed to talk about.
God dang it. Oh, you were on there. You had momentum. Your brain work faster.
Yeah.
I have to finish the bit.
Going through all my old stuff right now, kind of reorganizing. I came across the old Dungeon Blazers logo I did for you.
Yeah.
You remember that?
There's-
Matt?
Oh yeah.
That was fun. You guys are still playing that.
Yeah, I think we're
Oh,
close
are
to
ya?
the end. Yeah, we've been playing for a couple of years now.
Nice.
Ironically, I don't think we've ever been into a dungeon.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
So I guess maybe it worked out okay in that sense. There's the branding anyway. Cause yeah, we did some caves. I guess we did some we went into like a giant hill made out of bones, I guess. But I don't know.
Like a
Caves
bone
you could
shit.
consider a dungeon, I think.
Yeah, you could
Caves are
consider it.
close.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we're close to the end. We managed to kill another unkillable creature. Always a plus.
I love when that happens.
You just have to have that special weapon.
Then he wasn't
Magic
really unkillable,
items.
was he?
Not quite.
Not quite unkillable.
He was until we came along. Ha ha ha.
Oh yeah, the Reach logo too, from when you were doing that No Man's Sky show you wanted.
Yeah, that was fucking great until they fucking lied.
Yeah. And
I mean, they've done a great
took out
job
all
now,
things.
but man,
Maybe we
oof.
should revisit that then.
Yeah, I mean, if I'd love it to grab Vince and see if we can actually do that because the concept was really fun.
Travis, you remember that I worked as an administrative assistant for a group of realtors? Well, it was before you were born, because as it were. Anywho, oh my gosh, the variety of people that realtors have to work for. Oh yeah, I bet you know from the inside out. My dad did private realty for a while. Some of the people you gotta show houses to, you're just like, what?
So did my grandpa. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to use your mom for proper realtor references.
It's true. Because actually, I guess, bragging on her a little bit. 'Cause I remember, Mom. I remember you telling me about working real estate way back when. I guess as you mentioned in your text there, and I think it was that I remember you saying that you liked the idea of giving homes to other people and stuff, and which ended up being a big like
And then
part
you
of
met other people.
yeah, but that kind of idea being a big part of Molly's motivation is the idea of like finding homes for people.
And commission cash.
Yeah. Vengeance Clippers is very much an introspection on what it means to feel at home, finding a sense of home in places. How it's different for everybody.
These days,
It is, man.
These days, I'm more looking for a sense of community, you know. And I think that's a big.
Now
part
that the
of-
show's done, yeah.
Yeah.
Ha 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 ha. All right, looking good.
Oh yeah, that ship I made you that you did pixelated and I made it 3D.
The Reach,
Yeah,
yeah,
I
man.
remember that
I was
now.
so looking forward to. That's still a show. That's the thing I have a grant for, so we may still use that.
Which is the Reach thing?
I don't know if it's showing on stream or not.
No, I'll
It
pull
may
it
take
up
a
right
minute,
now. Let me
so-
just get my screen organized here. But so we can actually.
It's like this arcade ship design.
Yeah, so originally Mike had this idea to take the game No Man's Sky, use the backgrounds and everything, and then do a 2D animated show over top of the backgrounds in the worlds and kind of tell a story within the No Man's Sky world. And it was between him and Vince Casso from Felicia Days The Guild. So I work with Vince, and me and Mike have been working with Vince for a while on just like writing and coming up with ideas. And he originally came up with this idea here for his ship, which was like this cool pixelated version for like a 2D. I think originally the idea was to do a 2D pixelated side scroller kind of show, right?
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And so we took this ship, and then I started building it in 3D because we decided to step away from that. And so I started working on this little bad boy here.
The bad boy. I want to see the bad boy. The boy that is bad. The bad boy.
Yeah. So and like I wanted to get that pixelated look, even though it was still in 3D. And so we really did put the effort into getting.
I can't even really tell the difference. You know what I mean?
know,
Like,
right? Turned out
man,
really good.
I love it. I love the look of it still.
Ooh, that is neat.
Little gun on the side, like yeah.
Yeah. Right. And then like if I go back here, I can actually show you some proper images to get a better view close up. But
Love
like
it.
The bridge there.
Yeah. Wow.
And then we even got to
Ooh.
like the back engines. We made sure like matched and everything. Yeah, it turned out really rad actually. I like it as a ship design too because it's so unique. Kind of reminds me a bit of something that you'd find in like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Yeah.
I took a tuning fork.
Yeah, totally. I can
Was
see
the inspiration, and then I'm like, what if I combine that with fucking Boba Fett's
it.
ship?
Slave 1.
And where, yeah, it's
Slave
like, yeah.
2.
Well, yeah, it is Slave 2 now.
Your mom's like, absolutely. Nice ones, evil ones, crappy ones, smelly ones. Ones as big as your head. Sorry.
Then.
Yeah, apparently your Aunt Mia is studying for her really good
Oh, what do you know?
How fun
Yes,
creating
she's
your own
still in-
world. The ship reminds me of the tuning fork. Yeah, it is a tuning
Yeah,
fork.
yeah.
Exactly. she
Yeah.
nailed it.
Nice.
We got it across. All right, success.
Yeah. It reads.
Nailed it. That's right.
Why isn't that changing? Where's my swatch? There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone said yeah.
Everybody say yeah, yeah, yeah. Give me some red.
We got rid of you.
Okay, red on you. It's holographic footprints.
Ooh.
sounds up, Travis. Homes need people, and people or monsters need homes. Damn straight they do.
It's true. Nice.
You cornered a market, Travis. A
Yes.
animated market.
The animated homes market.
Is it just as unstable as the real one?
Hopefully not.
A lot of it's like kind of like the idea of like at the beginning of Lord of the Rings when it's like darkness falling across the land, and like the idea of like comparing that with like gentrification, where it's like everyone needing to fill up all these all these monsters need places to live as the forces of darkness cross like the realm.
Serpents and Medusas get a lower mortgage rate now.
Good trade. If you're a Medusa, we need statues for our homes.
I still like my idea for the escrow, a crow that slows down the purchase of things by putting things into escrow.
Oh my god. The things you do for puns.
I don't have to do anything, they just come after me.
The things you do with puns.
There we go.
There we go. That's more accurate.
I can't show people the things I do with puns. It would not be appropriate for our stream.
No. It's an 18 plus, but that shit's like triple X.
Yeah, man.
I can attest to that.
Or- The jokes on our stream are a pundit. Everyone hates me.
The stream has ended.
Don't
What-
scare me like that.
what
I looked
happened?
over my screen and everything. What? What? Don't say that to the producer of the show.
And if you do, you have to be more commanding. I'm ending this stream!
That was too extreme. Hey, you're gonna get- Poor Mike.
Almost continued to be chatting. Talked about, let's see, Mike throwing out stuff that comes to mind. When I first tuned in, I thought your headpiece was a chastity belt. So do robots deal with chastity issues?
Well, I mean, not issues. I mean, they're pretty chaste for the most part, unless
Are they fully
You know.
functional?
Yeah, they'd have to be fully functional to require a chastity belt in the first place. So the question then becomes, are they fully functional? He said with air quotes.
they have parts in places.
Are they replaceable? Extendable?
Some would argue
Upgradable.
they're unique.
You are a unique butterfly.
Every part of them is like
Oh,
a snowflake.
Natalie, I love the expressions on your characters' faces. Oh yeah, I know. She does such
Very
a good
good.
job in them.
Ah, thanks. Yeah, this is just a quick pass. Just wait.
I know.
Whew.
Wait till
Good.
she gets to the full storyboards.
Mm.
I specifically like that one shot you did of the Candy King guy flipping his mustache. That's actually one of my favorites.
Yeah. Let's see if I can find that. There we go.
So those like shoulder-mounted guns you got there in your robot there, Mike?
Exactly.
A la Predator turrets.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, that's the main weapon of this class. It's actually a melee specialist class, but because of the technology differences, like you're going against like guns versus bows and arrows and
Yeah.
magic shit. Usually people don't get close enough to engage, but it's more. This one's an emissary. It's not a soldier. It's more of a commander.
I wonder if character animator you could have it so that when his head turns, the guns follow.
Yeah, you can. You can. You can associate it with your headset. You just you add a plus.
Right, and then you just gotta set the proper pivot point, right?
Yep. And then as long as you align them, and now they do it with like click drag, so like if something's fucked up, you don't have to like go back and draw it. You can actually move it according to what you want on the character.
Heck yeah, Bicentennial Man. Everyone's like, maybe.
Bicentennial Man was
Bicentennial
so great. I love Robin Williams. But also the story of that was really cool. One of my favorite movies.
Haven't seen it.
And What Dreams May Come.
Ooh, yeah.
Man. You know what's another good underrated movie about in that same era? AI.
Oh,
AI.
Yeah, that was good.
Hits hands on the door, Travis.
He's reaching. He's gonna get those hands on there.
Well, I hope your mom's staying safe too. Is she? She's not anywhere near you though, is she, Travis?
Oh no, she's in Arkansas.
Okay. Bit safer over there, I'm
Arkansas.
sure.
That's a new Arkansas. The door should be a push door or a pull door.
Both do. You
I
have to
guess
push in.
it goes both ways. Huh.
Then why is it not going either? I don't understand.
It goes
It's one of those push-pull doors. Oh my god, there's the joke. It's one of those push-pull doors. You have to do both.
the door that opens no.
Yeah.
Double check the stream, guys. I'll be right back.
Oh shit. Hey, come back. I hate when you hit Control Z so fast. It doesn't actually undo anything. It didn't compute with your control click. And I don't have it on a single hotkey because Control Z is like such a home base.
True, yeah.
Yay, it's still working.
Woo!
Thanks.
It's working.
Definitely had my fair share of bad tech issues with the stream, but we're starting to get there. I was considering moving over to Zoom, actually.
Yeah, zoom, 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 zoom.
So they can do multi-stream and multicast all at the same time, up to like 12 people, I think.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it. Could try.
That's actually I think what I was bringing up.
Zoom? Okay. The
Yeah,
only issue I
I
know
think
about
that's
it is they had a while ago that there was a security issue using them, so like, people could get your personal information, your personal Zoom channels.
Yeah.
But I think they must have fixed that by now. So maybe I'll take a look at that and see if we can get something set up for our next stream. Oh, Nita Wilson Fowler. The story was awesome. Love What Dreams May Come. AI and Bicentennial Man, I think, were based on short stories by Robert Heinlein or Isaac Asimov. Oh, cool. I love
Isaac Asimov. I want to see. I keep forgetting the name of the story. There's a short story that Isaac Asimov did that I think really inspired Blade Runner, and it was about a guy with like, it was like a noir, and
The Robot Stream of Electric Sheep.
and no, it's something on a boy, but it had this assassin that had a string that was like 1 cell thick, and he would cut through anything. But then the detective outsmarted the assassin, and it actually like surrounded the assassin, and the assassin pulled the string, and it like literally chopped him into little bits. There's a guy with like a dog face because people get like surgery to do that. I just forget what it's called, but it was in like the series of short stories. I love Isaac Asimov.
And yes, the animation is hard work. It's not necessarily hard work. It's just time-consuming work. It's very iterative. There's lots of redoing things. Once we actually get to the animation part, actually, I find you can speak to this too, Travis, but I find the actual animation part the easier part. The developing the art and the rigs ahead of time and getting it all set up is actually the harder part, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think the hardest thing for it, and I haven't done a lot, but is building the skill set to be able to be fast about making your drawings
That also comes down to
and knowing your anatomy.
a bit of knowing when to put aside your personal pride for what you're working on, because with animation there's so much throwaway stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, true.
So much goes on the floor, yeah.
So much to cutting room for. Yeah, all the little movements, you're right, on the nuances. And the fact, like, it's nice for film because they have a set, they have actors, they have, the lights are built into the room, the atmosphere is there, the you know, you can capture the sound live. But with us, we have to create everything from zero, from nothing, blank canvas.
Imagination.
So it's on the flip side though, we don't have to get scouting locations, we don't have to hire actors really, because voice acting can be done anywhere, we don't have to fly people in, we have to get insurance, we have to do a ton of other things that live action has to do. So it's kind of like a, which way do you go, you know? Balancing act.
It is still more costly though, isn't it?
Animation, it kind of depends on what you're trying to achieve with the live action. If it's just like a rom-com, animation is going to be way more expensive, even if the animation itself is a rom-com. But if you're doing like a big Marvel movie, with all the visual effects shots, it's probably going to be just as expensive as a fully animated 2D movie.
It's all them labor costs.
That's right. So Asimov came up with the first furry?
Yeah! Yes, he fucking did! Yes, he did! Yes, he did!
Trends everywhere.
I mean, yeah. Did he want to? I don't know. Maybe
Probably
so.
was not his hopeful outcome, that's for
Can't put that genie back in the bottle.
sure. No, you can't.
Get the fuck back in there! What are you doing outside? I'm sorry.
You should.
I did.
You should be ashamed that you didn't reverse it in the first place.
Haha.
I am not.
Haha.
Armchair gods. Yes, we are the armchair god. I'll take it.
Fix these two. Ugh.
Redoing all the art for the Pirates Haven board game I'm working on right now. I redid the map to be more fantasy now.
Yarr.
Actually, I can actually show you guys.
Did you? Are you gonna have Ryan print it off? You can.
No,
else?
I've got a manufacturer already. I tried going through, but he just didn't get back to me, and then he had a bunch of life issues and stuff, so I didn't want to push that. Plus, I needed to do it some way that's kind of print on demand.
Yeah, for sure.
I
Not
can't
bulk.
do
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do the bulk yet. And when I run the Kickstarter, if we can get X amount of units sold, then I'll go to a bulk manufacturer and we'll step up the quality and everything. But we're doing it through the Game Crafter right now, which is a print-on-demand, do-it-yourself publishing platform for board card.
Cool. Was it harder to come up with the art assets or the rules?
That's a tough question because I would say the art assets were only easier because with the rules I have to keep doing playtests and then going back and changing them and changing the numbers and the stats and then retesting and reconfiguring. The original concept and getting the rules up and running just to get the game going wasn't that difficult because I had a very specific idea in mind and I knew where I was going. But then as soon as you started playtesting and started seeing all the holes and where people were
Didn't see it where it worked.
Then that became the more arduous part of it because once the artwork is done, it's done essentially, right?
Yeah.
Even though I'm going through and updating it now.
But I mean, you still have to iterate like so many designs, so it's like
Yeah.
looking at, okay, which was, yeah, it was just interesting because like I want to do, and it's always been a dream to do, to just make a board game. Like, why the fuck not? But then you're like, okay, I realize why the fuck not. I realize it's real hard.
Yeah, but like everything good in life, it's going to be hard, and then you're going to get an awesome result out of it.
Right.
Damn.
Everything in good life is hard, you know? Like, you know, bringing world peace or holding up fire.
World peace.
So good.
Alright, here, I'll show you guys what I got going on here. Alright, so this is what I've done. Yeah, there we go. So what you'll see on the stream once it opens up is the old version of the board.
Ah.
Right? And that old version is just basic green and everything, and I really wanted to get into more of a fantasy escape, because really the idea of this is Sky Pirates. The world has broken apart, all the continents have floated out to different levels, and you can actually sail your ship off the edge of one continent and then fly through the air to another continent, right? And so I built this one here, which is much more fantasy-based. It's got lots of color, it's got different zones, you know, you can kind of identify each zone by its color scheme. Just a bit more.
Yeah, that's really, I like it. Even the
yeah.
subtle difference of seeing, like, I like it a lot.
Yeah, me too. I was happy with the original. That's what I'm playtesting with right now. We've got the newest version of the playtest version coming in. But the next version after that playtest, I'm going to get all the new artwork in for that. So the next part is redoing the artwork for the captains, the ships, first mates, and the crew. And then we're moving on to doing the more custom stuff, which is like each individual artifact card and things like that.
Nice.
Bye, Nita! Thanks for joining us!
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Sayonara.
See you a bit later.
In the laters of
In
things.
the later of the variety of things.
That is right.
I designed it. Nope.
Ordered our drone for our travel vlog stuff that we're gonna do too.
Mhm.
Yay!
Oh yeah, nice.
Pretty awesome. Mess around with it when we get to my parents' place. We're just gonna basically travel around our like local area for our first couple of like season for our first season probably. But yeah, go check out stuff with the drone, get some GoPros, and do some adventuring.
What drone did you get? Mavic?
Yeah, the Mavic Mini.
Yeah, Mavic's fucking dope. The way it
They
folds
are.
up is really convenient.
Yeah.
Well, so that the Mavic Mini is 249 grams, and in Canada we have the strictest rules for drones now. Anything over 250 grams, you have to get a certification for and register it with a license.
Right, who's
Not-
been
not a
hitting
license.
people in the head with drones?
Right? It's more idiots keep flying their drones over airports over and over and over again, even though the cops keep warning them don't. And then so they put all these laws in. I get it though. I can understand. I do want security for drones too. I want to know that people aren't going to fly them up to my window while I'm changing, you know? Things like that.
Wow. Okay, cool. He ended up exactly how I wanted. Nice.
It's-
Got darker. Yeah.
So, Mike, is GG Strato just good game Strato? Is that what it's supposed to be?
Oh, that's what
Just
I
wanted to know.
Yep. Yep. That's been said to me many, many, many times. GG, like, yep, no re. I liked how that turned out. I really don't want to fuck with this game.
Better be giving them one.
You killed him.
Finish him. There's nothing left to finish.
You've seen all those the new Mortal Kombat like has all the fun friendship finishers.
Yeah, babality.
Yeah.
Friendship again. Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat knows what it's doing. Like we have a thing.
They've known what they've been doing since fucking when they added a mocap man into their game. They knew exactly what they were after. Babality.
Just going through your Instagram there, Travis. I see you did Willow Wobbles in that like insane Fist of the North Star style.
Oh yeah.
Fist of the
Awesome.
North Star.
Or is that? I guess that's kind of more JoJo's Bizarre.
Well, it's just
It's
kinda
kinda
more
the same.
realistic. Yeah. But
Yeah,
it's got
'cause I
very
mean-
like, shiny metals and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and her face, the way you did her face and her
Oh,
nose,
yeah.
it's just it's almost disturbing because I'm so used to her in her normal look.
Yeah.
Did you guys see Dodo Hidoro?
No, we haven't watched it yet.
Not yet. Still need to.
Is it good? Have you watched it?
Yeah. Well, so the storytelling's interesting because usually, like, in order to suspend your disbelief, even in a fantasy thing, like, you at least present your fake rules, you know?
Mhm.
And they didn't do that.
So it's a bit hard to suspend your belief, eh? 'Cause
Well,
you're like,
they-
what's going
they-
on?
Well, correction. They did that, but like 6 episodes in, they literally decide, we're just gonna give everyone's backstories now and tell you what's what. And I'm not a big fan of like on the nose dialogue. I like to discover it,
Yeah.
but then there's shows that leave too much discovering, like Ergo Proxy,
Oh yeah. That was a very vague.
where I love it, but also it's like, okay, but why? Half the time I'm like, but why? Okay, but
If
why?
we say so.
Or Wolf's Rain.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's like, this is cool, but why?
Yeah, it's always fun. It can be a very narrow or very like thin line to walk. I know, like, it makes me think of like, like in the Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah.
That you watched. It's very like it's kind of it almost uses that in a charming way where it's like the whole world is of Blood Blockade Battlefront's incredibly chaotic. So
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this train.
But
has
they've established that, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's kind of the whole shtick, is that like it's totally bonkers. So it's like, oh yeah, sure, his landlord kicks him out because an elder god is going to be living in the apartment complex.
Well, and like Midnight Gospel,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Midnight. I was
You don't
with
look
it because
for
it already sets up your expectations to be like, expect fucking anything.
yeah, so,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a good point. If you expect, if it kind of throws out there early, then like expect the unexpected.
Yeah.
But
I
sometimes,
also find I find
Sorry.
today too, and I think I might even mention this last stream, but a lot of the anime these days is just trying to be as slick and cool as they can possibly be around every corner. And I find that actually takes me away from a lot of anime. I'll watch the first couple episodes and I'll realize that it's just gonna be another one of those where every character is badass and super cool and is always saying the exact perfect thing right on the nose. It's like, ugh.
People die when they are killed.
Where's flaws, man? I miss anime where characters have deep-seated flaws.
Yeah.
Like Berserk.
Yeah. Oh God, yeah. Such a good show for that.
Original Berserk, man. Fuck this CGI. I hate it so much.
Yeah, that's real rough.
It's
I
you know
haven't
what? Look at the CGI that Dorohedoro uses. That stuff sometimes looks straight up just 2D.
Hand
It's
drawn. I
beautiful.
know. I'm
It's
very
beautiful.
impressed.
But the studio that's, I mean, I'm not trying to rag on the studio. It's just you can tell it's worse than like if an indie game developer made a cinematic.
Yeah, you're just watching a PlayStation 2 cutscene.
Yeah, it's like, man, after the original animation for Berserk, it's just it's an insult.
Yeah.
They just can't get it right. They can't. That's the one. It's a cursed show.
It's true. It's like the Macbeth of anime. I guess fewer deaths though. I guess.
Well, yeah.
Now I want to look. At it.
I have. I'm like,
I don't know. How
There's a lot of deaths in.
Well, yeah, the characters. Yeah, lots of different. If I was thinking about like Macbeth, how like people die performing Macbeth because it's cursed.
Macbeth. I remember I learned about Macbeth from fucking DuckTales.
Yeah.
Oh, wait,
Nice.
Darkwing. Was it DuckTales or Darkwing Duck? There was an episode.
No.
They probably
Or
both.
are you thinking Gargoyles?
No, I mean, I learned a
Maybe the
lot
whole
about that
Macbeth
with
thing.
Gargoyles for sure. But it was, I'm pretty sure, man, I don't know. All of those things were like honestly really good animations that instilled a lot of culture in me that I'm just now realizing like, holy shit, yeah, Gargoyles was like Macbeth
Very
and
Shakespearean. Yeah.
yeah.
There's and I think like almost every '90s cartoon ends up having a certain amount of like Shakespeare in it.
Which is not a bad thing.
I know like a lot of the Animaniacs did parodies of like Midsummer Night's Dream and stuff.
Yeah.
Yakko wacko.
And the kid one.
But you can call me Dot. Oh, man.
Only if you're chasing them around the Warner moving lot. Come on.
That's nice and clean. That's a clean robot.
Our studio went to see the Teen Titans Go movie in theaters when it came out.
Teen Titans.
which much like Thundercats is a very polarizing show.
Yeah.
The new Thundercats. But I don't know. It's anywho, it's hit and miss. But
Are you talking about like the current Thundercats?
yeah, the new Thundercats rule. Which I guess we talked
Yeah.
about a few weeks ago, I think. But yeah. But in the Teen Titans Go movie, like they go to Hollywood and just like past the Warner Brothers Tower and Starfire. I was like, that is where the Animaniacs live. It's like, oh yes, wonderful.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. Yeah, they're rebooting Animaniacs too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll go. Either up in flames or it'll go. But oh man, all these remakes, it's like I know you're not running out of ideas, but you're running out of like steam to make. I guess there's not enough indie studios taking the risks on storytelling for them to like. Yeah, that seems to work. Okay, all right, we'll spend money on it now.
Yeah.
That's safe, I guess.
That's why I want to make my own shows. I'm willing to take risks, even if it takes us longer to make them. I've had so many people tell me Unicorn Dick will never fly. I'm like, I think it's hilarious, so I'm gonna make it anyways.
Well, of course he won't. He doesn't have wings.
Not in this season.
He's right though. That's why he drinks.
That's what he's.
Don't you ever just wish you could fly away from here? No. Cool. Robotnik.
I wish I could roll my R's. I can't roll my R's.
Really? You
Robot-
can't roll your R's?
Let's just
Nah.
fucking rub it in. Let's do it.
How'd you
I
live
wanna
in
do
Canada
that,
for
like,
so long going to
Robotnik.
Tim Hortons and you can't roll up the rim to win?
Wish. I think I looked it up. I think there's like a gene where you can't roll your R's.
It's,
might be.
it's the tip of your tongue, right? It's like grrrr.
Tip of the tongue. Tip of the
Tip of the
tongue.
tongue behind the top of your teeth. Tip of the tongue behind the top of your teeth.
I could do many things, but I can't roll my R's. I'm gonna try and do that like the Sonic the animated series, like Dr. Evil Robotnik.
Oh man,
R's.
Sonic the Hedgehog. I fucking love that original one so much. Original character did not steal. I only ever saw that animation in like the little VHS tapes of like other movies. They were like little Sonic shorts. That was the only time I ever saw that animated Sonic.
You know what you
Remember
mean? I
watching
didn't know if I
cartoons
didn't
on
know
YTV.
the channel or something.
What was that, Travis?
Or it's like, yeah, I didn't watch much of. I think I only saw like a couple episodes as a child because I either didn't know, I either didn't have the channel it was on, or I didn't know where it was to be found.
Is YTV
Huh?
a Canadian thing, or is that in the States too?
It's Canadian, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Damn.
where I saw everything.
I don't know if it was on WB for us or I don't know what. I'm gonna look that up right now. What was that original?
What Sonic Adventures?
Or like yeah, the Saturday AM Sonic.
Yeah.
Which is so weird that that's the name, what like the agreed upon name of that show.
Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see.
They had like several cartoons. I know they had a Sonic, and then a Sonic and Tails, and then they had like a newer one, which is almost like anime style.
Oh yeah,
I
the
also know
Sonic
that.
X. Yeah,
Yeah, they also did ones that are set in our world, and they also did ones that are set in his world. So
yeah, yeah. And then there's like Sonic Boom.
yeah.
It's kind of making fun of itself.
Wow.
Sonic Boom. Just reminds me of that character from Street Fighter. Sonic.
Yeah.
Sonic Boom.
Without
Guile.
Oh god. Guile's theme. Da 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 da.
Yeah, yeah.
Sonic Boom.
Sure you can.
Let's see. Production. It was made from Deke.
Deke.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ABC in the U.S.
Abacus.
Abacus. Abacus.
Abacus.
Fuck math.
Complicated emotions these characters are facing. But they're happy because its selling point is working, but it's also a terrible sound. Guess I could have a hand.
What's his hands going on this thing?
Catch these hands. Okay.
Shit, what am I gotta put their hands on their ear. They can be happy with their hands.
On their ears. On deers.
Ears.
Deers. Look at my deers.
Oh dears.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Hey there, ho there.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Let's do a lineup.
Hodor.
Hodor.
Hold the door.
Oh the door. Keep out the devil. I need a bigger canvas. Let's just do. It does. Nice. Nice.
Oh yeah.
Good lineup. It works.
Yeah.
It works.
Sweet.
Speaking of a one-armed person, or like a, there's a lot. I guess there's a lot of things that makes me think of, but I'm into. Did you ever watch Hunter x Hunter? Like, Hunter?
Yeah, of course, and Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, nice. I was
Yeah.
thinking of that guy. I forget if his name was Shoot. I think Shoot Knuckles. He was like had the like missing arm, but had like a weird like. I forgot what his powers were. It's a thing about a bird cage and taking away things. It was a very vague, like a very vague power.
Something about a bird cage and taking away. I wasn't ready.
Shoot. His full name is Shoot McMahon.
Well, of course,
What?
no. I'm not even. And from Hunter x Hunter, I'm not even surprised.
Yeah, the names in this get silly.
Oh, McMahon.
McMahon.
Let me see here.
Yeah,
I remember this guy.
Specializes in manipulating 3 hands to control his projectiles.
Yeah, one of them kind of goes into a different dimension.
Yeah, and he can like steal your like eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
really
he has
great.
actually 3
Yeah.
other hands. Well, he has 4 hands in total, and he has one of his arms is missing. Interesting.
Yeah. There's a part where like he's chasing one of the main characters. The main character is just like, wait a minute, one of my eyes is gone. It's just like an empty space where his eye used to be.
Weird.
See,
Yeah,
like,
There was there a minute ago.
I watched Yu Yu Hakusho before I watched Hunter x Hunter, so
Yeah.
all of the characters, I'd be like, is that like just Kuwabara too?
Yeah. No,
Like,
Knuckles.
I think it's Knuckle, right?
Yeah,
Knuckle
Knuckle,
is the
yeah.
guy that's totally like Kuwabara.
Yeah, he looks like Yusuke and Kuwabara's child.
Yeah. Okay, you're Meshi.
It's so good. That the dub of Yu Yu Hakusho is
It's perfect.
it's very perfect.
It's
yeah,
it's beautiful.
because like
I couldn't picture Kuwabara with any other
Yeah.
voice.
And a lot of the thing that makes it so great is that like it's a cheesy show, and the dub is very cheesy and can be bad sometimes, but it somehow works so perfectly to be like kind of like it's funny. The parts that aren't great are really funny because of I can't quite describe it. It's very charming.
I mean, I love Jin, the voice actor for Jin,
Yeah.
for that. Hello, you're Messi. Oh, let's get started. I've been wanting to fight you for some time.
Oh, good to be reading cyclones. A bit of a tussle.
I'm a bit winded. A little bit of a what do you say? Fairy pun? It's like he's not a fairy. Or is he a fairy?
He's an Oni, I think.
He's a what?
He's an Oni, I think.
A little bit of an Oni joke.
Yeah.
Let's get started. Then he like when he wiggled his ears, it was great.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he will do his ears. Yeah.
Yeah.
Funimation's like, we have this redheaded character. Give him an Irish accent.
And like the classic joke of like, "Ha, you're a Messi, you're a Meshi."
No, yeah.
Oh my god. I think it wasn't Keiko that did that. I think it was oh, what's the Reaper girl's name?
Botan, yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it because there was a part because she has like this kind of like very light blue hair that was very
Yeah.
popular in characters in that time. But I remember them just having a part where it's like, "What's wrong, Botan? Are out of your blue hair dye?" Later on, I'll have you know that's her natural hair color.
That was like when like Evangelion also came out that in that year, right? Because like there was a blue-haired character in Evangelion.
Yeah, there's that one, and then like Tenchi Muyo also has like a.
Tenchi, I was just thinking of
Tenchi
Ryoko.
Muyo.
Yeah.
Has the same hair color. It was really popular around that like kind of like early to mid '90s. Now the character with very very light blue hair.
I wish they'd remake Iria. I don't know if you ever saw that.
I own that one in the tin case.
I mean, need to is in like I'd like an HD remaster type of thing. You know, like they did with Akira, because like Iria's great too. Pretty precedent setting as well, even though it doesn't get as much credit. I mean,
80s movie with that 80s style to it, I prefer that style. I miss it.
It's great, you know, but the storytelling style is lacking in terms of like the translation to English, because like,
Oh, yeah.
and they did that with kind of Dorohedoro in terms of like, they don't explain shit. It just is what it is until like episode 6. So like you've got magic and all these rules, and all the characters know these rules, and I guess you're supposed to suspend your disbelief because of how set these characters are in saying that. Oh yeah, that's the thing. Like, oh okay, well if that's just so naturalized to them, that's fine. But yeah, if that wasn't Battle Angel from that time period as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Movie was
Gundam.
okay. I wish they did more with it though.
I mean, they were trying to go for 2.
3 actually. They're trying to go for
3?
trilogy, yeah. Cameron had it all written up. It's one of my favorite anime series of all time. The manga was one of the few that I've read all the way start to finish and still own.
Robot.
Wow, it's pretty good, dude.
Please insert more coins. Okay, so I'm like updating really old drawings I had of these things. I should probably make this guy go for Swatch.
You best swatch yourself.
Yeah. Side. I hate that Illustrator by default on your first stroke on something, it automatically goes back to stroke one strength instead of what you actually set it at. Yeah, it's a weird thing that's always been in every Illustrator. I don't understand why. You can tell it like literally a specific stroke before I start. Hit the stroke, back to 1. Okay.
Ugh.
A little annoying unless you select that like a line that's the stroke that you want, and then you draw, and then it's totally fine. It doesn't do it.
So it takes some of the properties of the selected line.
Yeah, but if you're starting a project, there's no line to select, right? So it doesn't work.
Those jerks. Come on, Adobe.
Adobe, can you please? We were gonna give you a sponsorship, but because you talk shit on the Illustrator on stream.
Wouldn't have to if you'd make the software do the stuff.
Well, tell us what to do.
Do the thing.
You don't tell us what to do. We're Adobe. You're right. I'm so sorry. Anytime I do anything like that, I either think of Jim Gaffigan or Stewart.
Look what I can do.
Look what I can do! Look what I can do!
No!
Stewart!
Stewart!
I remember as a child, those were always my favorite skits on Mad TV.
Mad TV, man.
You wanna
Classic.
watch Mad TV?
Mayad.
Mayad.
I am a Mayad. You know that post where the dad redraws his kids' stuff?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, I totally, if I ever have a family, I want to do that, because that to me was really cool. If I was that kid, I'd be thrilled. I'd be like, I want to draw like you, Daddy, and he totally will eventually. Like, that kid's doomed to be an artist.
Right. That will end up being very, like, rejecting it, being like, no.
This isn't good enough.
I don't want to do what you do, Dad. Yeah. Yeah, that's always my biggest fear with having kids. Like, what if they become jocks?
You're not my kid. But I literally am. No.
Kids, go inside and watch cartoons.
Play more games. What is wrong with you?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now 2 o'clock. For anyone who's watching, my name is Jeff Salmon, and I started this channel, Twitch Studios, with my wife Natalie Harvey. We are both artists and animators, along with Travis Fowler and Mike Lefree, who are also artists and animators. We're still here to be making animated series ideas with you. These are our ideas that we want to bring to light. We're working on them here live with you, so you can hop in the chat, ask us questions about our process, about the industry, just pop culture, and hang out, whatever you want. Make sure you follow us around the web, both Twitch Crystal Studios and individual artists. There's myself, Jeff Salmon, Natalie Harvey, Mike Lefree, and Travis Fowler. You can see all of our social channels on the screen right about almost now-ish when I get it there. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
There she be.
Yeah.
Yeah, so feel free to follow our artists around. Make sure you do follow the artists, as this is all about them. We want to try and make a studio that kind of puts emphasis on the people who put the effort and hours into making art as well, not just the voice actors or producers, directors, showrunners, and stuff like that. So yeah, feel free to follow us around the web and continue enjoying our show.
And that's our little thing. Quack.
There's a bit in the new DuckTales where, like, I think it was for the season 1 finale where they Gizmo Duck, or not Gizmo Duck, Gyro gets set up and to help, I guess, save on exposition or something. They have this big magical dispel as the villain of the season 1 finale, and Gyro gives Donald Duck like a translator that like actually makes him sound like how he thinks he sounds. Then he has like this, this like, oh, I understand what I have to do now. Like, I can finally, everyone can actually understand what I'm saying.
Wow.
And he like takes charge as like, you two create a distraction, and like, we're gonna ram the boat into the thing, launch pad, you need to crash your plane into the money vault.
Is he like, what do you mean? This is how I always sound.
Yeah. I think it ended up like breaking like when they were fighting Magic and his spell, so he doesn't have it. He couldn't keep it.
Good.
Funny seeing him like some weird like almost kind of like anime moments where like Donald Duck is fighting like the king of the Moon Men, And
Weird.
As he does.
as he does, and it's this moment where like, oh no, the Moon Man's really strong, and like it's just Donald Duck, and meanwhile the kids find Donald Duck's anger management counselor. They were trying to find like he's been missing because he's on the moon, and they end up finding this suspicious guy who turns out to be his anger management counselor. And he's like, Donald Duck came to me a broken man, and like, and like he has had all these anger issues from all of his experiences. And like he's channeled that into like pure like paternal energy that when someone threatens his kids, and like meanwhile like the Moon Man's like, I'm gonna like kill your kids, and Donald Duck like goes completely like off his walker and
So
like
straight up anime movement.
yeah, he like breaks out of like this guard and then like does a big like super fight against the Moon King.
Weird.
It's like they need to play the Yusei Run My Hero Academia song.
Oh my god.
It's very good.
I just hope that My Hero Academia doesn't lose steam from doing that all the time.
Yeah, it has to be. I wonder how self-aware it is of that.
He did something I don't believe. Well, at this point, I believe it.
Yeah, that's always a hard part with a lot of like battle anime or like any kind of thing where like the character is such an underdog that eventually they do become very powerful. It's like, I can't believe this kid who like, you know, is a top level hero and beat up the world's greatest villain and all these other things. I can't believe he actually did a good punch.
It's like, when will you just? I mean, what? How do you not believe?
He's been on the news. He's like a big deal.
Kind of a
Pretty
big
sure this
deal.
is like his 5th time, 6th time doing this shit. I don't understand what your deal is.
You know what I'm considering doing for those pirate characters I need to redraw is maybe I'll do a post to my friends to dress up as pirates, send me your picture. and I'll put you in the department.
That's
That'd be
awesome.
fun.
Sounds fun, yeah.
Really fun.
Good idea. Fun to do. That's a good idea. Or maybe I make that part of the Kickstarter, you know, you
Oh.
go in at this level and I'll actually get a picture of you and turn you into one of the captains on the final edition or whatever.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Flanders.
I have I guess it's got tigers on it, but I have a sweater that's Flanders colored, same shade of green, and I'm like, this mustache, I could totally do a great Flanders
You
cosplay.
totally could.
Just put my glasses back on, and like, hello there, neighborino.
You do that pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
Did you get LASIK or something?
Oh no, I'm just wearing contacts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He wants to look good for the stream.
Good for the
I
train.
can finally, like, I don't know, put my head in the pillow and see things. Like, you know, you don't have it where like your lenses are smushed up.
Oh,
Smushed up
yeah.
against something.
I'm fairly newish to the glasses world, and I still suffer. Unfortunately, I can't get contacts because I'm nearsighted. But I only need them when I'm reading. I need reading glasses. That's how old I am.
I can't see. I can't see without my glasses.
My glasses. I can't be seen without my glasses.
Why'd your voice change, Velma? Oh no, they're taking us up. This explains so much.
I was referencing it was the Johnny Bravo episode when he meets Scoob and the gang.
Oh, mama.
They're just
Oh,
like,
man.
they're like Jinkies, and he's just like Jinkies.
With the eyebrow.
Yeah, he just raises his eyebrow, Jinkies. Just constantly puzzled at the weird things that they do constantly.
Not hip.
Displays, yeah.
Yeah, robot. There's a melody that sticks with you. Blues Clues. Dun, 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 dun.
I remember being, I think I was like in 3rd grade when Blue's Clues became popular, which is, I think, I remember being like, this is a baby show. I still watched so much of it. It's like,
Dude, I think that's the case with fucking everybody.
yeah, yeah,
If you deny, then you watched it like more than everybody else,
yeah.
because that was
It
a
was
show.
phenomenal.
I couldn't stop watching Steve interact with this fake dog that was on screen.
I remember as a teen, wait, I was in 3rd grade.
As a teen,
But no, I guess like
I was held back.
I was held back by 10 years. No, just me sitting at this.
To be fair, I just like the lunches.
Yeah. But it was always fun if you didn't like a kids show like Blue's Clues or Dora the Explorer to like, make joke answers when they ask questions.
Yeah.
'Cause they keep asking and looking to you for answers. I just feel like, your face.
It's Pikachu!
Yeah.
Fuck!
Nope, I can honestly say I've never watched Blue's Clues.
You shouldn't have honestly said that. You should have lied.
Well, I mean, it's never too late. I could watch it now, but no, I don't think so.
I mean, I love that show. Yeah, one of us.
Well, apparently they have like a new season with a new host, I think.
It's
They
not
switched
the
out,
same. Yeah, they had a guest star for Steve though. Like he came in
Oh, okay.
and handed it off. I saw a clip of
Yeah.
that. Never seen it on my news feed.
Because it's strange for the house and the dog and everything in the chair to always be the same, but have a different person, like a different human living in the house.
Steve died. Let's find Steve's killer. Da 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 da.
Because, like,
Ooh, a nail gun.
like I think the lore was that like Steve was going to college, so he gave his house, his dog, and all of his worldly possessions to, what was it, Bob, or I forget who the second human was.
I
To
can't.
just like take my house and my salt and pepper shaker and my chair and my dog,
My talking
my
salt and paper
my
shaker.
slippery salt, my talking slippery soap.
You're still there, Natalie? You're
Wait
still
a
quiet.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'm here.
I mean kittens back. The
Kittens.
lore, I guess.
Laura's back.
I waved back. Awesome. Eventually we're going to be able to bring on guests as well. So we're going to work on that. Maybe we'll have you come on live with us.
Yeah.
Ooh, gonna make any Twitch emojis. We might. That's not a bad idea, actually.
I'd love
Custom
to.
Twitch Pixel Twitch
I've done
emojis.
some of them.
I tapped the mic.
But I need a theme! Twitch Pixel. That's a broad theme!
You could do art, you could do a craft, you could draw, or you could just hang out.
I can hear myself.
Yeah, I know, it's you coming through my microphone. Alright, sorry, my second computer. I can't hear Mike anymore, you know, loud crap.
Haha, I am so fucking loud.
Oh, it's so fucking loud.
It is uncontrollable. I listen to myself and I'm like, why am I like
Yeah, Laura, I'm totally have you on, even if it's just to hang out. I gotta figure out how to do it first, but I know that the streaming platform we use, Lightstream, actually allows us to bring in up to, I think, 7 guests
Wow.
on stream with us. So I think we could do a lot. I also hope to do some of our voice actor friends, have them come on and us do fan art while they chat with us of their characters we've played over the years. I'd like to try that too.
That would be cool.
Oh, Laura doesn't have a webcam. Well, that's on you.
Laura, go get one. Order it on Amazon.
if you're gonna be on stream, you're gonna be seen.
That Edward Snowden says to cover up, but that I don't. Yeah, you're right. He does say that. Probably for good reason, too. Snowden. It's like what it's like to be a Canadian. You're always snowed in.
Oh.
Ah! Ha, ha. Wait. Oh! Ho, 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 ho.
That was a totally fake laugh.
How dare you? Can't at me, bro.
Come at me? Okay, I'll at-mention you in Twitch then.
No!
Am I sounding better there, Laura? Just let me know. And you should be able to hear the music now, too.
She's like, sounding better? Can I hear you louder? Yeah.
Sound normal now, and music is good. Yay! Good. I'm glad. Nothing worse than audio issues. Let's take a look at what everyone's working on. Mike's working on a neck.
Oh yeah, okay.
Or is that a robot's head that's really skinny and tiny?
It's a really skinny, tiny robot head.
Oh, nice.
Because that's the full body. You'll see in a second.
Well, we got the jelly filler killer with being stabbed in the head with the candy cane.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it too because the candy cane's actually a dude, so it's like when he wakes up, he's stuffed inside of this jelly donut. His little legs are kicking outside, you know.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So adorable. Although I noticed I caught something that Mr.
What?
Bubble Pops doesn't have his little top hat on.
I know, it actually fell off when he hit the ground, and I didn't show him putting
Oh.
it back on.
I didn't realize, did he have it in the first couple of shots?
Oh yeah. Yeah, up until he got smacked down. And then you can, here, I'm going to go back, so you can see it sitting on the ground in the background when it got hit. Yeah,
Oh, okay, I see the hat in the background. Yeah. Is he wearing it previous to that though?
yeah, there's, see, it goes flying off.
Oh, nice.
I mean, I could show him picking it up, putting it back on, but
No, I just wasn't sure if he had it on in the beginning or not. No, it's fine with him losing it. Nah, that's better. Yeah, I get it. I know. Yeah. Although his hat should technically be way tinier, but this is a good thumbnail.
Yeah.
Fix everything. Storyboard. I sent you the reference images from you,
No.
Right? Yeah? No. Oh.
No, in fact, he's meant to look quite different. His face isn't even on the bubble, the gumball part. It's supposed to be on the post, is how he originally drew it, I think.
right? Yeah. He's
But,
definitely drawn a little different. But that's fine. It's supposed to be a reference to what character's there, right?
Yeah.
Poor Mr. Bubbleclops. Yep. He gets the short end of the stick right in the first episode. Poor guy.
Short end of the pixie.
Mind you,
Yeah.
technically, actually, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to leave that. I'm just going to leave that air of mystery.
Mystery.
Ellipstool! Ha 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 ha.
I'll share this in Discord with you next. If you have it, I'll share it in the live stream Discord so everyone can look at it.
Yay, both things.
Both things!
Both things!
But yeah, here's the reference for Mr. Bubble Pops. And anyone watching, including Laura, if you're interested, you can actually join our Discord channel right from twitchpixel.com, and you can actually see some of the stuff that we share with each other in there. But there you go, Nat. That's Mr. Bubble Pops reference for you.
Just waiting, I guess, for it to show up.
Oh, no, it's in Discord. I should be able to bring up Discord and
I have it up, but
channel.
oh, there we go. Yep, looking quite different than how I have him.
And yeah, Laura, let me know if you can get to the Discord and everything through our twitchpixel.com. I actually haven't tested that before, so.
I'd be able to.
I know if you scroll down the page, the Discord is there, so you can at least see it, but I'm not sure if you can actually participate. Oh yeah, you totally can. You can participate right from our website. You just gotta log in. Sweet.
Nice.
Twitchpixel.com for the win. Oof, that's a heck of a arm or shoulder gun you got there.
Yeah, which is why like the legs are big, right?
So he can balance himself properly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Thank you. They're all supposed to be kind of the same.
So are these guys going to end up being character animator things, or is this for something else?
These are for my show. But I was gonna make an animation for this robot over here. Not shoulder mounts, but I guess I could do all of them. And honestly, what I originally designed. There we go. Oh no, I forgot to grab a line. The fucking worst. There.
Select all without selecting
There.
everything.
Select same. Oh no, it's all the same. I made a grave mistake.
You can't use the Discord on twitchpixel.com? Is that what you're talking about? If not, I can probably invite you to Discord. Bunch of errors in the console. Oh, on twitchpixel.com then probably. Try
Sad.
refreshing the page, and if that doesn't work, I can invite you to the Twitch Pixel server. Okay, sure. Yeah, let's talk about it after. Hit me up on Facebook.
The Book of Faces.
Right now, I just have the Restream chat and the Discord on our webpage for the sake of having them there. I haven't actually done any testing to make sure they work because most people just go through Twitch or YouTube or Facebook. But we can definitely look into that, see if we can get it going. And you turned off ad block. Okay, yeah, let's we can chat about it later. Adorable. Classic Laura being adorable.
Okay. Now the fun begins.
Thanks to Laura, we've reached 100 messages today through Restream chat.
Yay!
Yeah.
Most of them were from my mom.
They were from your mom.
You man.
Eric Gord. I was gardening and forgot to come say hi.
Yarr, he was
Here.
gardening.
He was gardening. Eric gardening. And Eric, Laura's here too. You guys can talk to each other again. This is almost a Four Villains reunion. Just need Justin and Devin. Lucas and Mike to a lesser extent.
Yeah. We might get Justin, but we'll never get Devin on there.
Yeah. Yes, you could. working on. I don't know. Do it myself.
Start something new.
What was that?
Start something new, like the nipple monster, but different.
Not
Can
doing
you
another
anim-
nipple monster.
Prepare the nipple monster for character animator
I could.
because oh my god, I will have so much fun with that.
Just send you the file. Oh
Yep.
wait, you don't have Toon Boom.
Well, can you export the
I can
layers?
export as an AI probably. Yeah. Or
Yeah.
PSD.
Well, that'd be great. Yeah. I'd fucking do it.
Oh, he'd do it.
Okay, we're doing a lot.
I'll just make a Twitch channel, Mr. Nipple.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
What are you doing, kids? Watching Mr. Nipple.
Storyboards! Says Eric. Yeah.
Yeah.
So many storyboards. Technically thumbnails. Just saying. Are you full storyboard right now, Travis? No, you're thumbnailing still, too.
I don't know. At this point, I'm just like, I probably won't polish up too much. I'll just call them storyboards for the ones.
Yeah.
For like a 20-minute pilot, I'm not gonna like, do another poly pass. I don't think. Or well, you know what I mean.
I do.
Polypass. I love that. Polypass.
CDB could be better.
As long as you
Give
adhere
this
to the
much
kiss
food.
rule. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. Kill.
Kill. No, kill. No, kill.
Put your tongue to mine. Anyone ever watch Thumb Wars?
I think I saw it one time.
Probably
And-
all you needed.
And time.
Just so you know, Jeff, when you talk loud and high pitched, the mic doesn't pick you up.
Discord doesn't?
Yeah, I guess it might just be Discord.
It's
Oh.
probably just Discord because I'm pulling straight from my mic to OBS, bypassing Discord, so I think the stream should be okay. But if you guys notice me cutting out at all, just let me know.
Oh.
Can do. Awesome. Thanks, Laura.
Ooh,
You're like
we
my
can
tech
do.
guru over here. They're a tester.
Ooh, we can do.
We can do.
Ooh, we can't do.
There you go.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
What about his back?
What the fuck? I'm Mr. Meeseeks. Look at me.
Existence is pain.
Jesus fucking Christ, Jerry.
Laura approves.
There's too many Meeseeks.
Too many musics on the dance floor. Too many
many
musics. Too many musics on the dance floor.
Oops. Over here. I have a Apple pen.
EpiPen?
Sure.
Sure, why not? They're interchangeable, right? EpiPens and Apple Pens?
Pen
Definitely.
pineapple EpiPen.
Pineapple EpiPen. That's a good vocal exercise. Pineapple EpiPen.
Pineapple EpiPen.
Pineapple EpiPen?
Pineapple EpiPen.
Ah, pineapple EpiPen. Pineapple epinephrine.
Pineapple EpiPen ibuprofen. Just keep chaining words together. Ooh, me and Eric's gonna get our game on tonight.
That's
Yeah, what you gonna play?
I'm probably gonna bomb around on Astroneer. He might join me for a bit, and I think his brother can come on the place for Ark.
Sweet.
Ark Survival Unlimited. From the creators that brought you Ark. Try playing the same game, but as dogs. Bark!
Bark Survival Bark Limited.
That would be awesome.
People would buy that fucking game.
Hell yeah, they would.
Dog simulator instead of a goat simulator.
I'm the goat.
I was the goat all along.
Ha ha! Underwear.
That turret reminds me of those flat-headed droids from Star Wars.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes,
Your
totally.
Pokemon
That's what it was
face.
reminding me of.
Eye. Hold up.
Just hit him in the eye! Misa Jar Jar Binks! Misa, what? God! I
Couldn't
fucking
even get
hate
through
it!
it. Couldn't even get through it. I'm glad you cut yourself off.
God!
Yeah, me too.
It hurts
dear.
physically. It's like right in the childhood every time.
Aw,
Right in my
the
innocence.
childhood.
Well, I mean, none of that left, but. Oh shit.
I've made I guess just by drawing a couple lines, kind of a thirds guide for my frame, which I'm surprised Tumblr doesn't have. They have like the X in the middle of the text safe border, but I add these little blue lines to know where them thirds are.
Rule of thirds.
Rule thirds.
Look, man.
So
Wow,
important.
that's so artistic. You used a rule that everybody uses. Wow. Art is in perspective, okay?
You know, I used to think that way, where like art's supposed to be whatever I want, but then I started using the structures that have been developed over, you know, the last 50, 60 years, and realized that, wow, does my art look way better when I take those things into consideration.
Yeah.
Art has rules that just make your whatever you're trying to deliver better, regardless of the style that you're doing? What? Get out of here. Art is interpretation only.
Explains why you're still using Illustrator. Shots fired! Shots fired!
I will animate an entire segment just in Illustrator.
We call it Frustrator.
Frustrator.
Yeah. I have a question. Okay, Laura, do any of you have tips on lights and shadow? Oof.
Ooh.
That's a difficult subject. There's so much to it, but essentially your first step should be look up the standard studio lighting setup just for taking photos, and it can teach you a lot about the highlights and the shadows in comparison and the fade between highlights and shadows. The hard part, really, to me, is always how much sharpness do I put to a shadow versus how much fall off do I put for like a gradient on a shadow, depending on the scene or the shot. I don't know about you guys, but I know like the stark contrast in shadows of like a hard black or an obvious line where the shadow cuts in versus a nice soft kind of fade with that ambient occlusion, if you will, has such a drastic effect on the visual style of an image, right? What about you guys? What about tips for you guys?
Yeah, I know. Like, as an animator, I don't do a whole lot of shading. But yeah, I think as Jeff said, it's kind of like hard edges versus soft edges for shading, and I guess you're talking about lights particularly. And it's always being conscious of where your light sources are.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the key source for sure. Like if you know you have a sun and a light in the room, make sure you're thinking about that as you draw. It seems like sometimes I'll actually just draw some lines saying this is the direction the light's coming from, and then the rest of the picture, whether I'm flipping it, moving it, rotating it, I always know that that's the direction the light's coming from, so I can do my highlights from one side and draw my shadows from the other side. But then it comes down to visual style at that point too, so, you know. But lighting can make or break an image, really, and 3D's even worse. Like 3D, you can take an old episode of Reboot and relight it with just lights today, and it would look amazing, you know. Even if you use the same models and everything. Yeah,
Show.
Reboot.
Isn't
What
it
about you, Nat?
reboot?
Yeah, well,
And it was
actually,
terrible.
lighting and shadow is still something I'm trying to get better at, but being aware of your light source, absolutely. And, oh, jeez. No, can't do much more than that. I have to do my own learnings to get better at it.
Yeah, and a big part of it too is you got to start your image with your ambient light level in mind, so that if you're in a dark room, make sure you start with your ambient level lower, so it's kind of like a gray starting point. And if you're in a really bright room or outdoors in a sunny day, you want to make sure that your ambient level starts up here, much brighter than everywhere else, and that's kind of your start off point. And then you start throwing in, okay, what lights are in the room, or what additional lights are shining on them from the outside of just the sun, you know. And as it goes for lighting, if I'm drawing a 2D picture especially, sometimes even when I'm animating, you start with grayscale and everything. Draw everything in grayscale and add your color after, because grayscale sets your shadow and highlight values. And then any color you add to the scene will look proper based off those values. So it's actually kind of smart to start with the grayscale shadow.
Yeah, I'll second that.
So I hope that gives you a little advice. And yes, reboot shading was odd, but I mean it was a limited by their time, right? But I could take an old scene into 3D Studio Max right now from the 90s, and if I use the new real-time lighting engine, even though it's flat and looks like it's an old school like 2D game from PS2 days, it would still look significantly better, you know? Even like classic Final Fantasy VII blocking characters, if you were to light them well with new engines, it would look amazing. It's insane how much light actually has control over everything in the 3D scene. We should do a couple of studies together actually on our live stream.
I could
Where
maybe
we-
see if I could. I have a friend that does the lighting for Raven, Ravensoft for the Call of Duties, and I would see if he'd like to get on and actually talk about the process of it, because
That
that's
would be
all he
kinda cool.
does.
So I think it'd be neat for us all to kind of like go through a bunch of scenes and dissect how the light was done and see, kind of like go find other artists who've done this process before, and
Yeah.
you know, maybe dissect it together live with Laura and anyone else who's watching.
Super fine.
Laura, I love those little blocky guys. Yeah, classic Final Fantasy at 7. I don't know, it's something about that. You know, Cloud's it's supposed to have a hand, but it's just like a cube
It's
that
a
holds
nub.
his sword, a nub, you know. And then freaking Barrett's gun is just a square that has like a texture of barrels on it. Like, so great. guy made of brass, man.
They're made of what's called stardust. So it's just it's like if you imagine all these different metals rusted together.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
That's why it's like a brown, brassy feel.
Laura. Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out if Barrett had a gun, which is, in retrospect, should have been obvious from the bullets emanating from it, I guess.
Or maybe his
Yeah.
name.
Maybe. But I mean, it's anime. It could have been anything. Those could have been magic.
Well, that hand is awfully like charred up. I wonder what happened to it. Oh, that fan service shit that came out was. I still played it, but
Bye, Eric. Give Lexi a hug. Say hi to Fred for us.
Frederick Luger.
Yes. His kid. His baby. His baby's name's Frederick.
Baby. Frederick.
Frankenstein.
I ain't got nobody.
They do, Laura. Yeah, I have it. We have a chat software that will send the messages to all the platforms. So your messages show up on YouTube, they show up on Facebook, they show up in Discord, they show up on Restream, and
Discord?
they show up on Facebook.
Discord right here.
Yeah. In the live stream channel, not the Twitch, not the TWPS team channel, but the live stream channel, the public one.
I see.
Oh no, Laura isn't showing up in Facebook.
No?
Dang it! I'm gonna have to figure that out now. It's
It might
supposed
be
to
like on a
forwarding.
bot to forward that.
What was that?
It might be on a bot to forward that.
It is on a bot, but
Restream
it's supposed to be set
bot.
up already. It was working last stream, so oh well, I'll figure it out. I don't think it's
Restream and that consistency problem, man. You don't change anything and stuff stops working.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a Facebook permissions thing where like they update it and you have to re-give permissions from there.
Yeah.
I like the integrated chat option. I kind of feel like we want to start pushing everybody into our Discord channel though.
Well, yeah, then we can like share people's arts,
Yeah.
all that fun stuff. All that fun stuff.
I'm just gonna be able to finish it in the next 15 minutes. I almost got this.
Nice. Oh, that was looking pretty bad. I also love the jelly fill killer with those candy canes sticking out of his head. It's so infuriating.
Yeah.
I also like seeing the difference to how you two work too in harmony because Natalie always keeps her timeline really down low and out of the way, and Travis like uses most most of her real estate screen real estate for the drawing, and you kind of do the 30% of the screen kind of deal.
I'm not even using the timeline. I really think it's a good idea. I should probably maybe because
Hide it.
I think it may just be like where I am seated, like the screen. It's like all in this upper quadrant is where like my head is. It's not like
Yeah.
right to me.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying because we have your camera up in the top corner.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
No, it's good though. Still
I'm
gotta
an
teach
illustrator.
Mike, still gotta teach Mike tune at some point.
Yeah.
We started that. I retained a lot of it, but I just don't. I went back to this because it's
That's what you know, right?
I've fucked myself because like it's like something that I've stuck with for like since Illustrator started, since it was really bad.
I mean, it still is.
I mean, it
No, I'm
hasn't
shitting
been.
on you. I'm shitting.
That's
I
fine.
still use Illustrator now and again too.
I like it because the gradients are really cool now. I could make this thing look 3D pretty easily.
Natalie's gotten killer with gradients in freaking Toon Boom. You should see some of the like one-off art pieces she's done.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, do you post them on your Insta ever?
Yeah,
Check out the fun.
I do. Yep. Except I did one recently with a bunch of cool gradients, but then I got some good feedback from Jeff that my lighting was actually maybe a little bit not so great, and I'm holding back on posting it until I can actually learn some better lighting, and then I'm gonna make it better, and then I'll post it.
Make it better.
Better, more accurate. I mean, there's art for just, wait, this is art, this is fun, look at the pretty colors, and then there's art if you want to make it actually look a little accurate to the real world, and that's what I was going for. Didn't turn out that way, but that's okay. So, yeah, you learn.
You live, you learn. This is actually here. I'll throw it up on my screen there. This is one of Natalie's she did of her friend Tara, and she did it all in Toon Boom.
Yeah, that's a big
And
one.
it's super like holy crap! All the like Toon Boom wasn't great at gradients before, and now she's got blending and gradients and everything going into it. Even though that's a fully vector drawing.
Yeah, I don't think I even used gradients in that one.
Yeah, I like the subtlety of it though.
Yeah, I could
And
have
then
gone
there's
with
another
some
one. Where's that one you did
lighting
of the?
there.
This one here, which is actually on the screen in Toon Boom, but you can see the mermaid going around there. It's all like nice and shiny and blue and fading gradients of blue. It's just a beautiful piece, right?
Oh yeah, that one I
Oh,
wish I
yeah.
would finish. It's just so much detail. Every time I open it, I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna finish this thing. And there it sits, unfinished. But,
Yeah.
I am done with this. I am moving on.
If
yeah.
anyone wants to know, it's Instagram/nerd_Natalie. Take a look at the artwork there. As well as pictures of her puppy and nature and all the stuff she does.
A little bit of everything, yeah.
Yep, just, right.
Getting close to finishing this guy.
Add Laura. There we are. Invite. Invite sent. Now Laura can join us in Discord.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Awesome.
Hey, there she is. Hello.
Ooh.
You can bear it. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
There they go on adventure to find treasure.
Nice. And now Laura can see anything you share.
Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, I think you guys are right. We should focus on the Discord channel being our main point of contact for everybody and trying to filter people towards there. While at the same time just having Restream chat open to other people on the other channels. You know what I mean?
Norming one.
Normie
Not
version.
me. Nah me.
Not on me.
Nah on me.
We none of the mini bomb.
Raw weed. Not raw weed.
Whole wheat. Some
So dumb. Cinnabon. Oh, great.
Snobber.
Now I want a cinnamon bun.
Oh, it turns out you can't actually export from Illustrator from Toon Boom. You can only import.
Right.
Dang it. Well, I mean, if you do Photoshop, I can still. I can still. Oh, how? Oh, were you doing the dog thing? Is that what that was? Literally every animation class in the entire world has seen that. How about you, Wabadam?
I know, right? For real, guys, take a break.
Why did that?
To be fair.
Foul.
To be fair.
To be foul.
Tch, the affair. Just rubbing in the rolling my R's there.
Still can't do it.
Well, that's your homework for this week, Travis. Practice your R's.
Yeah, go home and practice rolling your R's.
I have a genetic disposition to not be able to.
Sure.
Lies! Persevere!
There's a name for it.
Lies. That's the name for it.
Mm-hmm.
So long.
Okay. I love it. 4 minutes to spare.
That's right. Looking good. Turned out pretty rad. Gotta get some. Are you gonna do shadows and highlights on them, or are you just gonna leave them 2D flat like that?
I'm leaving them 2D flat for lighting
Nice.
because I think I can. I mean, I'm using 2 shades, but really in reality they're.
That's just 2 different shades for the inner and outer. It's not really
Yeah,
shadow.
yeah,
or
but
highlight.
because of the design, it works. Yeah.
Yeah, no, looks turned out pretty rad.
Now we got 2 boys.
Boys. Why can't one of them be a girl?
I mean,
Or are they omnisexual?
they're omnisexual. They're everything you'd ever need.
All the parts.
It's a swap out situation. Well, that pretty much wraps it up for us. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, aka probably just Laura, because she's doing a lot right now. But everyone who's watched, again, my name is Jeff Salmon, founder of Twitch Studios, with Andrew Harvey, who's also here with me on the stream. We're here with Michael Murphy and Travis Fowler, 2 artists who have joined us to try and make our own animated cartoons and series, pitch ideas, comic books, you name it, we're going to do it. And we're going to do it live with you. So feel free to join us in our chat, follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Instagram, all of the lovely places, and watch our streams on Saturdays to join in and chat with us while we draw and do art stuff.
Yeah.
And again, thank you so much, Laura and Eric and Nina, I believe is your mom's name, right?
Nita. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. Thank you guys for all coming in and watching and supporting us. It has been great. We hit 100 messages on our chat thing, which is awesome news for us. And yeah, share us around. Make sure you follow us and make sure you follow our artists. So thanks again for coming, guys. Bye, Laura. Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. This.